Gemini compatible with Cancer. Gemini is an air sign. Cancer is a water sign. See, air needs water sometimes. 'Cause air can get a little dry. And water needs air sometimes. So the water be able to actually expand. Of course. Tell me how you supposed to breathe with no air. But of course, that's real shit. And so how you supposed to survive without no water in your motherfucking body? You need both. That's why you need all elements. You need fire. You gotta be passionate about things. You can't be emotional vulnerable. Too much water, shit. You gonna fucking sink. You need fire. You need passion. You need air too. You gotta think. You gotta communicate. You gotta be able to express. You gotta be able to expand. Expand above your horizon. And of course, you need earth to bring these things into physicality, practicality, stabilization, memorization, memory. Memory is key. If you ain't got a memory, you got too much shit in your brain. That's where too much air can take perspective. And of course, when you need water, the water and air need each other. See, the water needs more emotional connection. The air needs more intellectual connection. That's why these two differences are going to play an outer inner perspective. The inner will be the water and the fire. The outer will be the air and the earth. And of course, the outer will be the air and the air and the fire, which is the masculine. The inner will be the water and the earth, which is the feminine end, aka got two sides to the spectrum, two sides to the coin. But of course, death comes in threes. Gemini is all about being mutable, being adaptable, and of course, switching things up. So of course, it could be very hard and difficult at times sticking to one thing because Gemini don't like to stick to one thing. They like to do things a million and trillion ways. AKA, they love to expand. They love to move. They love to be on the move. And of course, they need a lot of things to do in order for them to basically feel secured, aka safety. And of course, Gemini is the other side of Taurus, which is basically being down to earth and practical. And of course, they have that because, of course, this Mercury is here. Mercury is exalted in Mercury, which means you also got motherfucking Virgo here, which is looking at the details. And of course, they can look at the details too. Don't get it wrong. Of course, you got Cancer, which is the other side of a Gemini, so which is a semi-sextile, which is not too far away. So, Cancer is basically more dealing with the home, family, and of course, traditional, because of course you got the exaltation of Sagittarius being here, which is morals and principles, and of course, Sagittarius will be the opposite of Gemini. So that's going to be the connection that the Cancer and Gemini have, which the Gemini is going to not be too emotionally connected towards home because they more connected more emotionally to the intellect, aka they have emotions. Don't get it fucked up. They just don't like showing these things. They like to do things by communication is key. Communication can solve everything, while Cancer like to do things where emotions gonna solve everything. So it's gonna be kind of like difficult and kind of like hard too for them to basically try to contract with each other or get with each other when it comes to that emotional side. And the sex is gonna be difficult too because the connection that a Cancer want is not something that a Gemini can be able to actually bring. But if they can understand and understand each other, but the Cancer want more love and affection. Baby, give me some love and affection. You got my attention. See, now if the Gemini can't bring that shit, then it's going to be kind of difficult on this display. So it can go very deep. See, like when it comes to trust issues, they're not going to be able to trust each other. The trust can get there, but trust will have to be built. Emotions will have to be built. Connections will have to be built. Now, a Cancer going to preach and teach to a Gemini all damn day. As long as the Gemini can basically be open to understand how the Cancer feels on certain women realities or certain basis on how they feel their emotions. This can try to at least open up the Gemini. But of course, Gemini is mutable and adaptable, so they can communicate with water, they communicate with air, they communicate with fire, communicate with their earth. So it's kind of like not even really difficult to basically get into communication. But when it comes to emotions and sensitivity and feelings, these things are like, these shits is like asleep here. Because remember, Venus falls in Virgo. So that also represents Venus falls in Gemini too. Because this is both planets of Mercury. So the love matters is kind of like at sleep here. It's like love is sleep here. You gotta wake that bitch up. Like you gotta like get in her. You gotta fuck her real good. You gotta really bring it out of her. Really bring that shit out of her because it's gonna be kind of difficult too because they don't really show that side, but that side can come out. That side may come out. You gonna have to get her out of there. When it comes to intellect and thinking and communication, communication is key to all relationships. Now, Cancers communicate more with their emotions, intuition. Now, if the connection out there, they're gonna look at the relationship like there's really no point. There's really no purpose. What the fuck is the purpose? Might as well just move on. And of course, you also got Neptune exalted in Cancer. So they're gonna go to extremes by loving and nurturing and caring for the Gemini. And the Gemini is gonna appreciate this shit. And of course, the Cancer is gonna appreciate the Gemini's intellect on things. But they're gonna always try to grasp for that emotional connection, which a Gemini is having to basically show that side of you. So it's gonna kind of take a little bit of time for them to be able to actually show it to you. I mean, like, you really gotta like bring it out of them. You really gotta bring it out of them. Gemini can be a little jokey at times, a little funny at times too. Cancer can appreciate this too. Cancer gonna be like, damn, where's the emotions at though? Like, what's going on? Can I get the real you at times? But it's gonna be kind of difficult dealing with that perspective. These two zodiac signs can work out. Cancer can show the Gemini how to bring out the emotional perfection. Gemini can show the Cancer how to be more rational, more communicative, and not think things too personally, or how to switch it up and try to be more, less emotional, vulnerable, and everything can basically play in that perspective. But these are two zodiac signs that can work out, especially if you got a motherfucking spiritual purpose or spiritual goal that can basically acclimate or comprehend with each other. And yeah, that's pretty much Gemini and Cancer for now.